Oh, cool. I saw you monkeying around with that. Get the old... Yeah. Okay. Ready to roll?
Yeah, we're ready.
Let's get her going.
All right, welcome everybody. We're back. Wilder Minds, episode 65, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, 6-5er.
65.
Yep.
Presented by Alp nicotine pouches, of which I am just burying in my lip right now because we had quite the night last night.
Well, really 48 hours.
Yeah, 48 hours.
But still, yeah.
So it's been something. So if this is a little bit short today, it's because we're going on about 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep total. It was a quick one.
I'm actually sleeping with my eyes open. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went down. It was great. We had a trip. We had to go down and see our partners at Cabela's Bass Pro. Went down and saw all those guys, and went to HQ in Springfield. And it's just so amazing going down there and seeing everything that those guys have going on. And
Yeah.
It's cool because we went down on Instinct. We were talking about Instinct with them and some of the new merino that's coming out for this year, and we're getting ready for dropped. And so just going through some really cool products, and that Instinct line is incredible right now. I'm so pumped for it.
Yeah, and they're putting a lot of time into it, even into the next couple of years, just putting more and more into it. And that's what the exciting part is it's a conscious effort to continue to grow that line and make it better and better.
Yeah.
The other thing I love is, excuse me. The other thing I love is just how receptive they are to feedback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we've helped put input into the design process and everything, and then they make the actual product. And then it's like, all right, go beat the snot out of this thing and let us know what breaks and what doesn't and what we can do better and how and why. And then they actually take all of that into consideration and do design changes.
Yep.
Like, they're on a constant quest to improve the gear. It's not like, hey, this is just the perfect piece forever.
Yeah.
So I love it. And then the other thing is, Wonders of Wildlife, man.
So you and I, Casey and I have been through it, but Jay, that was your fight. It was your first time going through Wonders of Wildlife.
Yeah, it's my first time, and just the attention to detail. I mean, if you know Johnny Morris and what he does, it's to the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything's the best to the smallest details. And then even you're walking through, the aquarium, and you're looking at all the path takes you to these different places. But the walls, even the detail on the walls, it's meant to look like it's just inside this old, like, rusty submarine.
Yeah.
I mean, areas of that you'll never truly see. It doesn't matter. The seams meet.
Yeah.
Everything matches.
Yeah.
And then just the acquisition of just all the relics and all the curation of the details of, the Bass Museum, the Bass Fishing Museum, the Fly Fishing Hall of Fame, all these things that you just look at. It's like, wow, what thought it took to put all of this together, in what foresight to say, hey, I'm going to spend tens and probably hundreds of millions of dollars to build this just to give back.
Yeah.
The amount of history that's inside of those walls,
Yeah.
you can't even. I mean, there's stuff from how many presidents in there, like personal fly reel cases engraved with the president's name or stitched with the president's name. Bass Force One, the bass boat from H.W. Bush is in there.
Little tracker bass boat.
I mean, it's when you look at it, it's truly like one of a kind.
It really is.
And obviously that's what museums are for, but this is specific to the outdoor lifestyle. Fishing in particular plays, a massive role in it. And so you just, the amount, and you guys know me in history, the amount of history inside those walls is incredible.
So I think what separates for me Wonders of Wildlife is you can go to an aquarium and you can go to a zoo and you can go to a museum. Yeah. He's combined the museum part with the aquarium side of it and the animal side of it. And so the experience that you get when you're going through it and you're looking at these relics, these artifacts, and then, a shark swims by you or, there's amazing fish, bait balls. The way that he's put it together with the actual animals itself is really cool. There's two parts for me. One is the presidential area, like you just mentioned. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
From Winston Churchill all the way to George W. Bush, to all the Bushes, to Carter, to all these different things. I mean, just looking at that wall and how much they were anglers, I think it's just so cool. That part. But then in the Fly Fishing Museum out front, there's one piece in particular. It's Babe Ruth's bamboo fly rod.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
What?
Right?
The Bambino.
I'd rather have the fly rod than the bat.
Yeah,
like,
no
I'll be honest
doubt.
with you.
Yeah.
No doubt.
The great Bambino, fly fishing with
Yeah.
that. And it's like, how do you curate the Bambino's fly rod? Like that
They
is.
said it came from his parents' house.
Yeah.
The
It's
garage
just
in his parents' house.
But that's a piece that you look at and you're like, that's probably recognized one of the greatest of all time baseball players in history. Everybody knows Babe Ruth, and there's his fly rod. Like it's just, I don't know. And then to be able to experience the live part of it with the animals. Yeah. I don't know. It's unlike any other museum I've ever been to. And it's funny. We're walking around, there's kids everywhere, but then there's three of us like full grown adults and we're like enamored with the stuff walking, we had to catch a flight. So we kind of sped up the last part, but you and I have been through it before, but I could spend hours in that Bass Fishing Hall of Fame section with all of the, KVD's got all that stuff in there, all the history, Roy Scott. I mean, it's everything. It's so unbelievable what they've thought of.
Yeah, I think, they have the old cameras from back in the day, the old big beta tapes from, I think 1985 was the first time it was on TNN Outdoors.
Yeah.
And when Bassmasters Classic. And then the cool story that, there's a million stories that we didn't have time to read, but the one that the 24 anglers got on a plane, and this
1971
had absolutely
71.
1971
they had no idea where they were going, but the 24 anglers, bass fishing anglers, got on an airplane and flew into Nevada. Correct?
Was it Nevada?
Yeah, it's Nevada. Yeah.
Nevada, and when they got to Nevada, they realized that they were fishing in the first Bassmasters Classic.
Yep. And
That's
they had
pretty cool.
they had all trackers, all
Yeah,
the same
all
boat.
and they have one sitting there.
They have it sitting there. It's all the same boats, and they put the best bass fishermen in the world on those boats and said, "Now this is the Bassmaster." What an unbelievable idea in 1971.
Yeah.
Like incredible. To think that what that's grown into today.
Oh, it's
And
well.
that
Look at the
photo.
wall. That wall is the champions. Like, you look at the plaques on the wall, and
There's this one photo. It's obviously black and white. It's in '71, but it's like a wide shot, and it's a huge photo. It's like 12 feet. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't 12 feet, like 10 feet by 6 feet, and it's from behind, and it shows just like 100 people on the tarmac, and you got some of these guys coming out of the plane. Some of them are up on the stairways still, and it's them arriving for the first time. And without context, you're like, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, what is
but
that?
if you read the story itself, and it's like, oh wow, this is when they first landed for the first. That's the beginning. It is the very beginning of the Bassmasters Classic.
the origin story.
Yep.
My favorite picture is there's a picture on the wall right by the by Bass Force One, and it's Winston Churchill and Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah.
And
a cool
Eisenhower's
picture.
got a fly rod in his hand, and Churchill, in
Cigar.
obviously Churchill fashion, has a giant stogie in his hand, and because he always had one.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there like looking at the camera, and you're like, for me, like, and this is why I love history, because this is where my mind goes, is like, what conversation was happening around that picture?
Yeah.
Like, what were they? I mean, you think about it, like those two guys with World War II. I mean,
Well, they were
two of
talking
the most
about.
consequential figures.
Yeah.
In World War II.
Was
Like,
it before the U.S. joined the war?
Right, or was it after?
Or was it after?
Yeah.
Because there was a time there, it was 6-8 months. You and I were watching World War II.
Yeah.
The documentary that Tom Hanks narrates. It's like a 20-parter. It's so in depth. It's unreal.
Yeah.
But was it in the time frame before the U.S. joined the war? Or was it after? Or was it during? Like, when was it?
I know. That's where my mind goes, is like, what were they talking about? Because you know how it is when you're fishing, you're just talking about shooting. And it's like, what were they talking about? Something tells me it was far more consequential than, what fly are you using?
Yeah.
Because that was the nature of the time. So it's just that kind of stuff. And then there's another picture right where you come up the stairs right there as you're coming into that same section. It's H.W. Bush. And he's standing out in the surf at Christmas Island. And I mean, think about, like, even back then, Christmas Island's hard to get to now.
So hard.
Chasing giant trevally.
It's in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, it's like, there it is, way the hell out there. And there he is, and he's out there, and he's got his fly rod, and he's in the surf, and the waves are coming in, and, you can tell he's getting hit. He's got his presidential hat on, and, like, all this shit, you know? It's like, And there's a quote right there on the wall. I don't know the exact quote, but it's like, even in the worst of days, just remember, like, if you ever need a break, go fishing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. And there's a handwritten note to Johnny on that picture from Bush.
Yeah,
on that note, it said something like,
your boat
even if
ever
water,
takes on
because
water.
it looks like the water is the surf is taking over the boat, and he wrote like a very humorous note on the thing and signed it, and it says, even if water overtakes your boat, keep fishing.
Keep fishing.
Yeah,
keep fishing.
Yeah. So
yeah, it was cool, man. That's just, I don't know. I'm a sucker for all that stuff, big time.
Yep.
But you need, honestly, like, you need a good 5-6 hours.
You do.
Or more if you really want to take it all in. We didn't have that kind of time yesterday, but to really take it all in, you need some significant time. And then when you get down to the end of that section, there's that one big, fly case, or that one big case, and you look in there, and it's like, oh, there's, Rosalind Carter's actual tackle box with all of her lures still in it.
Yeah.
The very first Hedden lure.
Yep.
I mean, that thing is priceless.
Yeah.
It's the first one that he ever carved. Old man had never carved out of wood and was like, I wonder if this will work. And it looks like a frog. And look at what Hedden has done today. Like, it's went on to have the Zara Spook and like all these different lures.
One of my favorite
that are just
before the plopper.
Mind blowing. You know, it's stuff like that where you're like, geez.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like the care that went into curating all of that stuff. And then the honor that they do by displaying it and sharing it with the world is just it's magical.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It is. It's special. If you're ever in that area, it's an absolute must. That Bass Pro Shops, by the way, is absolutely
it's a granddaddy store.
It is.
It's unreal.
It is. I mean, if you
Huge.
5-6 hours for the museum, you need another 2 to just be in the store.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
well, and more if you're going to eat at Hemingway's, and then even more if you want to go to the Johnny Morris Conservation,
which we didn't get a chance to go to. We got to get there.
We couldn't even touch it, but that's where the stories of land conservation and all the unbelievable projects that have been pourbacks, not even givebacks, like pourbacks to protect land.
Yeah.
That's where all of that exists.
So just plan on booking across the street at the Angler Hotel, and then just spending an entire day, if not 2, over at what that looks like, because it is incredible.
Yeah. It's cool too. They got the interactive stuff for the kids. So like the sections where they can pet stingrays and that, in that big circle pool where they swim by, and there's just so much going on. And at one point you're eye to eye looking inside of a beaver lodge. And the beavers are out there swimming. It's just wild.
Well, and we were talking to someone at headquarters. They were talking about an operation on one of the bass. In the tank, or one of the fish. I don't know if it was a largemouth or what, but they have biologists. If there's something going on with some of the fish, they literally can operate on them, and they have a full-on team dedicated.
It's an entire biology center,
everything.
Because you think about it, every Bass Pro has an aquarium, every Bass Pro, and all of that is done through HQ and what they do and the level of care they give to those animals, and then just the taxidermy alone that goes in all the stores, what they do there. So. It's an immersive thing when you get into it. It's just incredible, and to get a peek behind the scenes and everything is pretty cool.
At Keefer Brothers, our mission is to pass on what the wild has taught us. Every single step into the wild tells a story, and we've spent years capturing those moments in the rawest way possible. So if you're not afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and you want to go further and live the kind of life that most people only talk about, be sure to visit KeeferBrothers.com. Whether you're there for the stories, the skills, or the connection, everything lives at KeeferBrothers.com and the all-new companion app.
Every shot counts. And when it's time to make it count, you want the best. Winchester Ammunition has built its legacy on a commitment to innovation by continuously pushing what's possible. In the heartland of America, the American legend crafts ammunition that's purpose-built, reliable, accurate, and ready to perform no matter how harsh the conditions. Whether you're hunting or shooting for sport, Winchester will be there.
All right, let's talk about beer for a second. You ever notice there's a big difference between Busch Light drinkers and other beer drinkers? I like to say we live on the wild side. A guy with a Busch Light in his hand, he's a man of the people. He's out there in the wild every day. He's in the trenches smashing bushies with a smile on his face. You know why? Because he doesn't care. He's not looking for a soulmate. He just needs something to wash that damn jerky down. And he's got himself a 12-pack of Freedom in a can. And when that can gets cracked, it's like opening a door to a whole different world. It's just a vibe. And if you haven't felt it, you should. So go grab yourself a case of Bushies, give them a rip, and take a walk on the wild side. Wherever your adventure takes you, count on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's to make it memorable. From the timberline to the campsites to the lake and the range, get your family outfitted with the right gear. With premium brands like Worldwide Sportsman, Ascend, Instinct, Redhead, and Natural Reflections, they've got the apparel and the gear to make it the best adventure ever. Stop by today for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience in-store or online at BassPro.com and Cabelas.com. See for yourself at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's stores. Your adventure starts here.
For some of us, the hunt never stops. Grizzly understands that more than most. Rugged, reliable, and built to never back down. Whether you're on the trail, by the water, or deep in the dark timber, Grizzly is by your side. Tough enough to take on the wild and ready for whatever you can throw. Grizzly is committed to products that never let you down. Always on the hunt with Grizzly.
Out here in the wild, precision isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Leupold Optics is built on the foundation of American craftsmanship, where every features function first. For over a century now, they've combined dedication and technology with a relentless put-it-to-the-test attitude, creating optics that stand up when everything else stands down. When it matters most, you need the best. That's what you get with Leupold Optics. While other companies out there warranty failure, Leupold guarantees performance for life. You've got things that matter. Memories, heirlooms, documents, firearms. And we all know that life is unpredictable. At Winchester Safes, they make sure life's unpredictable moments don't take those things from you. They use state-of-the-art methods that refuse to sacrifice quality. They put everything they have into their products, offering proven protection and peace of mind. There's only one safe company worthy of the title, the American Legend, and that's Winchester Safes. Follow at Winchester Safes or learn more on winchestersafes.com. When you're miles from help, second chances don't exist. That's why we shoot Rage broadheads. Massive cutting diameter, field point accuracy, and devastating results when it matters most. Hunt with Rage. The one thing I would love to have on dropped is we saw, and I didn't catch this the first time we were in there, I saw it this time though, is it's like an 18-piece fly rod.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you pointed it out.
It's so little. Like 6 inches long, and it's a 9-foot fly rod.
It looks like 18 straws in a
case. How do I get one of those? Like
a wallet.
Sick.
Yeah.
Just slide that right in the frickin' bino harness and just carry it with me. So
yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's, I mean, the origins of so many sport fishing opportunities and what now has become a massive way of life for people. I mean, it's all right there. If you want to see where it got started, walk into that building.
Yeah.
So.
He is the Walt Disney of the outdoors.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
There's no question. And I don't know the story of Walt Disney and what he gave back, but I'll tell you what.
It's not
what you can't. I don't know if anybody can compete with what Johnny's done.
Nope.
No,
not a chance.
No, you can't.
In the headquarters, too, is cool. That's the first time I was actually in headquarters, and it is the Google. It's the outdoor Google. Yeah. So you walk in, and it's everything you think about. And then, you guys know me. I love design and the detail that goes into design and just all the thought, the things that hang, the boats that hang, all the things. And obviously the headquarters is the same as every store. It's meticulously designed to just put you in that place. Mm-hmm. You walk in the door, and the first thing we see is a big LCD panel with our names on it. Welcome, Casey, Chris, and Jason, which was really cool. Mm-hmm. But then you walk in there, and you go through the doors, and you get your badge, and you got to go through the gate and all these things. You get your badge, and you walk in, and in the inside, it's like a horseshoe. Yeah. On the inside, there's cubicles, but they're not cubicles. They're nice cubicles.
Yeah, like sections.
All over with different departments all around, and on the outside are the heads of the departments have their offices. But it was just cool to walk around that. They've got a cafeteria that's open 24/7, free food, free things to drink, whatever, all day when you're in there.
I'm just sad we weren't there on Walleye Wednesday.
I know.
Walleye Wednesday. And
it's
incredible.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So it's just overall, man, you can't help but leave there and say, if the future of the outdoors is in this man's hands, it's in damn good hands.
It's in damn good hands.
So yeah, it was great. It was quick though, man. We were in and out in a hurry.
Yeah, I wish we'd had another day we'll go down there again when we have.
We got delayed,
time.
And then by the time we landed, and I walked in at 4:45 or something this morning, and Katie was getting up to teach, and it was like, this is going to be a long day.
Yep.
So, but we got a couple hours of Z's anyway, and then back at the grind today. But that was well worth it. And going back to the instinct stuff, as we get ready for dropped, obviously we when we launched No Man's Land, a lot of you have commented on that. And by the way, thank you for watching the support. I mean, I think we got just hitting 60,000 views in the first 10 days of this thing, which is awesome. But on YouTube, there's a lot of comments, and guys are asking about the gear, like what puffy coat is that, and I think it's because maybe Bass Pro, it's Cabela's, but you guys have got to check out the Cabela's Instinct line. I mean, we've trusted it now for years. We were part of it before the merger, and we're part of it after the merger. We're part of it helping kind of shape that line. Cost is right on it. The materials are right. And we've tested it in some of the harshest places, and it's performed. And when it doesn't, we're a year ahead. So we work with them kind of a year ahead. And when it doesn't, we're able to give that feedback, like you said. And then they put it into, they really do it. They fix it. And that's very rare. But that line is incredible.
The new Ridge Hunter merino.
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable.
It's phenomenal.
Yep.
Like, it is absolutely phenomenal. And the thing that I love is they put premier technology and premier design and premier materials and all of that stuff into it at a fraction of what some of the national brands are going to be. So just for easy comparison, if it was a national brand, if you're looking at a $400 jacket, you know, through the Instinct line, you're looking at a $250 jacket, which is a real savings.
Because there's no middleman.
There's no middleman. It's a real savings, and they are not just putting stuff on shelves to put it on shelves. They are committed to building out the best that they can build.
Incredible team too. That's been proven in the industry in a lot of places that have all kind of assembled to create this line and to do the very best they can. And what I love about it is just the amount of pieces that they have in it, the combinations you can have. There's days on Dropped, we all have different combinations of Instinct line. Between vests and the merino and the different jackets and the pants, and it doesn't stop.
Well, it's kind of funny. So when we first started that line back in the day, it was about a layering system. That was it. It was about, when you're doing these backcountry hunts, you can't be wearing heavy stuff, sweat, and then you cold, and then. So that's the whole idea behind Instinct. We started was to create a layering system of stuff that you could go up and down in any time of the season. And they've held true to that all the way through. I mean, and you can combo so many different layers with what they have. And like you said, like there's any given time, same temperature outside, but we all have different layering systems for what it is, and it's all the same brand, which is incredible that you can do that.
And in those days, there was not one mountain hunting clothing company in existence.
We were a hodgepodge of everything.
Like, you think about it, back in the day, we were piecing together. I had everything from Mountain Hardwear to North Face to Swazi out of New Zealand to Equax. It was always been a standard. The Equax underlayer system. That was always a standard base layer. But outside of that base layer, it was literally a hodgepodge of stuff.
Yeah, you had to jump from hunting to adventure to climbing. You had to go to that type of gear, Arc'teryx and, like you said, Mountain Hardwear, because it just wasn't in hunting, and this just didn't exist. And so it was born out of necessity, and it was born out of like the layering and how we actually do that out there with a hodgepodge. We were laughing yesterday because there's still samples from 2000 2010 that they still have of things that we were like, hey, this is something we should look at, and then we never got the samples back, guys. So they're in there somewhere. So it's cool.
All the the designs and the knees, the articulation of the elbows, and that's all extremely important when you're crawling around on the ground and when you're climbing rocks and when you're in a boat and in a raft and you're moving around a lot. It's one thing when you're whitetail hunting, you're just pretty much a stationary game. Yeah. But when you're out there and you're moving day in and day out, every minute of the day, you need stuff that really is mountaineering gear.
Moves with you.
Yeah.
Here's a perfect example. So the former merino, not the Ridge Hunter new merino, the former merino, the thumb holes were terrible.
Yeah.
And we talked about it.
It was just that string.
The thumb holes would be awesome if you're wearing it in a tree stand for like a 3-hour sit.
Yeah.
But by day 3 on dropped,
numb.
I was numb and raw.
Yep.
And so we gave them all that feedback, on kind of what we thought. And if you look at the Ridge Hunter, they implemented it
big
to
thumb hole
perfection.
Yes, perfect fit.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
So they care, and that's what it comes down to, is they actually care.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Well, and then the last thing about it too is, so not just mountain hunting or whitetail, but just you can wear it with the colors they have now, the Kodiak browns, the mulch, the stuff. You can wear it like habitat management on the farm.
Yeah.
Like it's
Workwear.
workwear as well, and it's going to hold up. So I have a certain set that I wear as soon as I go to the farm. I'm in a certain set of instinct, and I can also go duck hunting in it, and we can also there's so many ways that you can use it because it's built to be out there. So it's a little bit different. It's great shit, man. So
if it lasts for what we put it through, guys, go check it out.
Yeah.
I promise you'll love it.
Yep.
check it out. All right, guys, we're going to have a little update here because we didn't talk about this, but it was a hot topic on the website. IP28, Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
Shut down.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% shut down.
Yep.
So I want to bring that back around because it was a hot topic. I think we were one of the first kind of groups that were talking about that, and then the internet kind of exploded with that. And I just remember back in, the amount of still to this day, every day someone's writing on that same post
crazy.
about IP28 in Oregon banning hunting.
Yep.
IP28 on July 24th, the state officially announced that IP28 would not appear on the November ballot. So we showed up. The supporters submitted and showed up, and it got taken off the ballot. So,
but here's what's important to remember: they knew that was going to happen.
yes,
Don't think for 1 second that that's over.
So
this is the playbook. We're going to put this extremism out there, and then we're going to let people tell us what they love and what they don't love. We're going to understand what the arguments are. Then they're going to bring it in, reshape it, and they're going to do it again.
Yep.
And they're going to do it time and time and time again. Guys, this is not the end. It's literally just the beginning.
which is incredible because in practical terms, the effort has been stopped in this election cycle.
In practical terms, yes.
But that said, many hunting conservation organizations expect similar initiatives to be attempted again in future years. So the view is significant victory, but not necessarily the end of this issue. It's coming.
You
have to be alert there.
It's just doing your job.
It's a tick that box,
Yeah.
and okay, we'll get ready for the next one because it's coming.
Yeah.
It's already started.
Yeah.
So it's the playbook, man. We've seen it play out time and time again. We've seen it go through Colorado. You're seeing it out there now in Oregon, and it's just how they do things.
Yeah.
So, got to be on our toes. Got to be ready to rock and roll. And it's a double-edged sword because they put this stuff out there because they know it's going to get amplified, right? That's part of their that strategy. But you got to talk about it. You have to raise awareness on it. And so you're kind of feeding the beast when you do, but we don't have a choice.
Yep.
We got to raise awareness and advocate for the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yep.
Well, I thought it was kind of cool to bring it back around just to say to everybody, IP28 is officially closed, shut down, off
now.
the ballot.
Yep.
So that's a good thing for everybody. So, but be vigilant because it's coming again somewhere along the way.
Oh, and it's going to pop up. I mean, they wrote a couple of chapters of the playbook based off of this, and it'll pop up in another state.
Yep.
They'll have other initiatives hot on the heels.
Yep. So I just thought that was cool that it actually did get shut down and never made the ballot. So a lot of people were concerned. So the Oregonians, is that what they're called? Is that right? Oregonians? Oregonians? You guys showed up. So
San Diegans?
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. What else we got?
Did you see the guy walk 10 miles with a trekking pole stuck through?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Side
Can
of
you
him?
pull that up, Jack, by chance? There's a guy that trekking pole stuck in his side.
It says, facing a costly helicopter rescue David Cafaldi spent hours navigating 10 miles of rough backcountry terrain with a steel-tip pole lodged in his torso.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, here's the deal, though. It's like, good on this guy. He's got a nursing background. I think he was an ER or is an emergency nurse or something like that. But, you know, just the understanding of where it went through and what it was doing. Like, was it pain? You're damn right it was.
Oh, yeah.
But was it vital? Like, he knew he didn't puncture a lung. He knew he didn't hit anything crazy vital. If you remove it, you risk bleeding to death.
Yeah.
Plus infection, plus. I mean, talk about a set of stones to be like, all right, man, I got 10 miles to get out of here. Let's go.
It's a wild picture. Is he like doing a fireball shot right there? What is he doing?
I don't know what's going on there.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, man, good on you.
He was in Montana.
Well, you know how fast it happens out there. Like we were talking about this before.
Like when
I stabbed myself, like how many times we caped a moose, caped caribou, everything's good to go. And we happened to be doing, one of the animals was in the bush. Like it was kind of in some thick stuff. And I grabbed the leg and had my knee up against it and it was holding the leg up. And so as I was going to cut, that leg slipped off my knee and it came down. I went to grab it. When I went to grab the leg just out of instinct, I put that knife right through my hand, and it was inches from my actual
1
vein,
inch from your wrist.
but it went right through, and it was like poking out the other side, like right here. And I remember looking at you, going like, "Is that a bad thing?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's bad." Is that bad? Pulled it right out, put a little Gorilla Glue on it, and it got gangrenous. It was bad. It stunk.
It was not good.
No, it didn't look good for a while, but once I got back and got some antibiotics and it was fine. But still, I mean, it happens that fast. I mean,
Long had the motto out there, think twice, act once, and that is exactly why. It's like a carpenter, measure twice, cut once. It's the same damn mindset, because you go into something with a hurry. And the other thing is, like, you don't want to say it's complacent, but you're out there and, you get comfortable after a couple of days and you do your thing and wham, all of a sudden, boom, you got a trekking pole punctured through your lat.
Yeah, that shit'll buff out. That shit'll buff out.
These guys, they were 10 miles in and less than 3 miles from the top of Granite Peak.
Yeah.
It's the apex of the Beartooth Mountain Range.
Yeah, he sent guys, from what I understand, he sent guys ahead and literally was like, tell them I'm coming.
Yeah.
Like, tell them this is happening.
Yeah.
So they talked about getting him a chopper in there to get him out, and he's like, no, I got this. And yeah, dude, I mean, that's some stones.
Yeah, good on you, dude. Way to push through.
Survivor.
Yeah, nice work on that.
But that's just how that shows you how quick it can
happens so fast.
Yeah.
You do when you go out there, when you've done it as many times remotely as we've done it, you do slow down.
Yeah.
And you don't consciously do it. I think over time we've done it enough. We've had enough close calls. You just take your time doing stuff. Before just simple things. Yeah. You just look around before you do something. You really do have to pay attention to where you're walking, where you're looking. Look around. Eyes up.
Always.
Eyes up.
Always. Yeah. One of the most underrated parts of going out there is just the understanding, and I think this is for a lot of people, the understanding of wilderness first aid. And like what you can take out there with you, what you should have on with you at all times.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many little tricks and items that you can take and pieces of equipment. One of the ones that comes immediately to my mind is, we were talking about this one day with Ryan Chalupsky, is a buddy of ours, and we were talking about wilderness first aid and getting attacked by a grizzly. If you get or a wolf, even if you get attacked by a grizzly or a wolf, you've got these puncture wounds. Well,
Unless you shoot him in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
I see you back there, you son of a
bitch.
You get puncture wounds. He's looking at me. He's looking at me.
And one of the things that he said when we were going through that is, he's like, take tampons, dude. And we're like, what? And he's like, yeah. So from his time in the military, he was a ranger. His time in the military, he's like, yeah, when we were over there fighting in the sandbox, that's what we had with us. We'd take tampons for bullet holes. And you're like, oh,
yeah,
I get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so stuff like that, like, it just...
Plus, if JB goes on a cycle, we can have him, so he's good to go.
We're good. I mean, that's just a guarantee.
Are you not in menopause yet?
Perry.
Oh, he's Perry now. Got it.
Got it. Almost 50. I mean,
it's coming.
My arms hurt every morning.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, there's so we have camp field kit, which is a bigger kit that's always at camp. But I have a small one, and I know you guys do as well, that it's this big and it's packed with exactly what we need. And there's little things. Fishing line can be stitches or fishing line. Oh, yeah. It can be so many things. Little hook that could be used to actually stitch up if you need to, or a fishing. Like there's little things like that go in this tiny little deal that if we ever needed it out there, it was immediately we could one of us is going to have something on us that's small like that, but it'll get us to where we can get the bigger stuff.
I got survival kit and med kit. Like those are two different things on my side, but those never leave my pack ever. Like they are always on my person in my pack no matter where we go.
Yeah.
Except for when you stab yourself.
Yeah.
That was literally, swear to God.
So
you switch packs.
So it's funny you say that. So all of us took a meat pack and switched our packs and went up there and never even thought about it. Now, it wasn't that far from camp, but it was far enough
to bleed out.
It was far enough where I was leaking. And what did we tape it first?
Yeah, we used tape.
I think we had tape there.
Yeah.
Someone had tape.
We had gaff. Didn't we have gaff tape?
I think it was gaff tape from the camera. Yeah, the camera. We had camera.
We filmed it. It was on the.
Yeah, and I was able to get it to the point where I wrapped it and then put double glove over top of it because I still had to get the moose.
Yeah.
And it was like meat and raw, and it was like, and then it just kept leaking to the point where I was like, uh-oh. But where it really hurt was when I put the pack on with the meat, because I'm like, well, if I'm going down to fix this, I'll take some meat with me. And with that pressure on my arm, like the blood pressure was like pushing, like when I was hiking, it was pushing, and like this was just swelling and it was squirting, and it was bad setup, but
not good.
Yeah, once I got back to camp and we had the actual kit right there, it was, but that'll just show you. I mean, we were probably a half a mile maybe up there.
Probably.
You know, so I mean, you leave for a half a mile and that happened. And it was a moment of just everybody grabbed a meat pack, and you're like, you don't think of it. That little lapse, and I'm up there fast, bleeding out on the mountain. But yeah, it happened fast. It's all right.
It's rare. Usually I try to think through all that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's just on my brain.
We normally do. But you know, the excitement of the kill, the excitement, all the stuff we were doing and everything was going on, like it's you got to have it with you. Yep. So, because it can happen. But this guy obviously put a trekking pole through his chest and he made it out. So good on him.
Yeah.
Good on him. That's a good fight. What else we got?
I don't know, man.
It's been a tough go.
Yeah.
Here. Sleepy.
At the moment. Yeah. Sleepy. I thought I had a couple of things.
Yeah. What do you have? Do you have anything? I don't know. We talked about 20 minutes before we got on here. There's a lot of good stuff with your sponge kidney.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got medullary sponge kidney. If you didn't
know. So walk us through.
Know that's a thing.
We've talked about this. If you have an ailment, we're going to get you. And you have the sponge kidney. What is that? What happened?
It's basically a kidney stone factory. Is the best way to look at it. Like it just manufactures kidney stones.
Boom.
There's nothing you can do about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I got that going for me.
Yay!
Woo. At least you found out.
Yeah, but the odds of I've been having issues here lately and multiple kidney stones. It's just been brutal. So I finally get my appointment. I go in to try to get, honed in on what's going on actually. And I get a doctor that happens to also be a urologist in Alaska, one of 11.
Incredible. What are the odds?
Which is just insane. She works up there for a couple of weeks, comes back here for a couple of weeks, goes back up there. And so, she made me a bush kit. She gave me a little care kit for when we go out there. She's like, I got you. Like when she said, I'll make you a bush kit, I was like, tell me more about yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
She's like, oh, well, here's why I know what this is all about. And she filled me in that, she actually works in Alaska and here in Midland.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was like, sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I got that going. But, I was looking forward. I was hoping to get the blaster bus here in town where they put you in and they blast everything, lithotripsy.
Bus.
I'm unfortunately.
Don't Google that.
I'm not.
That's a different bus.
Yeah, I am not a candidate for the blaster bus.
That's a different bus.
Yeah. So
you don't want to be on that bus.
No.
Well, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
50-50.
Just depends. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I randomly I got stung by a bee in the shower, so I got that going for me. Yeah, right here. Right there.
How'd that
Hurts
happen?
like a son of a bitch.
That is so...
I woke up and got stung by a bee in the shower. Like I was in the shower and I was like, ow! And I looked down and there's a bee.
What kind of bee?
I have no idea. It went down the drain. I smacked it with my hand and it went down the drain and I lost it. I have no idea. But I was stung by a bee randomly in the shower. They're everywhere right now at my house. Like I'm trying to get them all off the top, but to get stung by a bee first thing in the morning, I did the cold.
In the shower's the part.
I'm random. 3 hours asleep. I just hit the cold water and just jumped in it. And I was like, oh, and it was waking me up. And then, bam, I got stung by a bee. So that threw me way off. Way off.
How do you even get in
the process?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Way off.
I am anxiously awaiting a litter of puppies. That's going on.
Oh, that's right.
Actually, Zelda is due literally today.
Oh.
So she's still progesterone testing. It hasn't fallen yet. Still kind of hanging on. But yeah, that's exciting. So I'm helping Cindy, who's my mentor in the lab breeding world, whelp this litter, whelped 2 other litters in the past couple of months with her, and hopefully get what'll be the foundation of our actual setup for Lisa and I and the boys out of this litter.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Man, I've just learned so much from Cindy. She's incredible what she's done with these dogs.
They're beautiful dogs.
It is mind-blowing.
It's so funny, man. I brought Annie over, and she stayed with you for the weekend when I took off. Annie's my chocolate lab, American. Kenai is one of the most beautiful chocolate labs. He's like, but he's big. He's English. He's so big. And Annie looked like, I actually questioned if Annie was a lab. Like when I was looking at her, I questioned it.
Call that type.
Like I was like, I have to go back and check her lineage. She might be a mutt. Like I was like, I'm not sure, but they're just so different in field dog
American.
and
she's
English.
A female American.
And she's a female American. She's tiny.
Yep.
Small ears versus the big long ears. And she doesn't have that, like the jowls like that, but and then the 2 of them, Annie just wore herself out. When I got home, I forgot to tell you, we got home, Annie slept for like 10 hours. Like, she had to have been so crazy with you guys because she got home and hit the couch and never left it. I mean, all day long she was exhausted.
They would do the old, that was so cool. They would do laying across, different sides of the room in the living room, and she would pick her head up. And Keno would pick his head up. And it's like that. It's almost like you hear,
yeah, like it's time.
I'm like, oh shit, here it comes, And then for an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, just absolutely chasing each other. At one point, I tried getting my camera, but I couldn't get it. At one point, they came around the corner, and Annie was on Kenai's back like a horse. All 4s around him, and he was walking, and she was riding
like a monkey.
She was
like a monkey.
Like a spider monkey. She was just riding his back coming around the corner of the house. It was so funny. But what I love about, like, I paid attention to her a lot.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you can start to see, like, with Kenai being in English, his purpose and his job, when you look at his build, his body is built to do what his job is, right? Which is he's got that big broad chest that kind of comes out front.
Yeah.
Essentially that's the bow of the boat, right? That pushes the water out of the way. He's got the big thick ass otter tail. That's his rudder to steer. I mean, when you look at how he's built, it all makes sense for his purpose.
Yeah.
Then you look at Annie, and like somebody wanted the labs to be more agile, more agility, more speed, more fluid movement,
more field hunter,
more field style. And so when you see that side by side, and you actually compare it, it's incredible to know that the same dog in a Labrador has been kind of divergent or bifurcated, I guess you could say, into those 2 worlds, right?
Yeah.
The common denominator is they're the most loving, loyal, honest, noble, gentle creature in the world.
Yep.
I mean, when you look at both of them, and this is what I love about labs, when you look into their eyes, they're staring into you. It's not that like mindless, like that dog has no idea. Like they feel whatever it is you feel, and I love that. So having those 2 dogs side by side was really cool just to get to see it all play out. And she is an athletic son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, she can fly, dude.
Wow.
She's something. Yeah.
Wow.
No.
You talk about agility. Like she literally would juke him, and by the time he spun, she was back on the other side. And he's like, what the hell? So, and he's a big muscular dude.
He is.
He's not a fat dog. It's just his genetics. Like that's
oh no, there's
is,
not
man.
an ounce of fat on him.
No.
He's just an absolute behemoth of a dog.
He'll
like
move
he is. He is something else. So it was fun to watch. And Annie, I took her out to the field and just to do that same thing, just work her. She wants to, when her nose is down, like she's an American, wants to be in the field and in the yard, everything. Her nose is down. She's just work. But the minute you break her off of that, like even this morning, I was late, obviously. I got in. I thought I was going to mess everything up, but I was sleeping, and I just felt her. She came in and just snuggled next to me in the middle, like at 8 o'clock. But normally she's like out and about. Comes in and just was like, well, if you're going to chill, I'll chill. And just boom. And she snuggled and just fell on top. And I was like, I just reached over and was like, oh, hey, girl. You know, they have that loving side. But the minute I got up, man, she follows. She doesn't leave my side. Where are we going? Yep. So, but she has that agility because when she was a puppy, Mr. Nugget, for those who don't know, fucking little ass dog, Mr. Nugget.
What even is Nugget?
Nugget is a porky Pomeranian porky, so porky pup?
Porky pom?
Porky pom?
Pommy pork?
I don't know. Katie's going to kill me if I don't know it, but whatever. It's a little dog.
It's a nugget.
He's he is like ridiculously smart, like as a dog. And, but he's like.
I feel like he's so smart, he's a dick.
He's a dick. He's a pretentious dick.
Like,
he's absolutely a bougie bitch
like,
is what he is. He is a bougie bitch. Like he literally he kind of like, he'll like turn his nose up and just kind of walk. And you're like, you're so bougie. He's brutal. But he's kind of like a cat in the house because he has his spots. He sits up on the couch and looks out the window and he waits and he sits up there. Well, he goes from the chair and he just hops over to the couch and he sits on the top. When Annie was a puppy, she was like, well, I can do that. So she's trying. Now she'll do this parkour. Like, you ever see that Instagram? It's like parkour. And it's like they're bouncing. Like, she'll come in flying, chasing him, and he'll go up on the couch, and I'm like, you can't do that now. Like, and she's and just crashes down, and I'm like, okay, that's
getting too big.
You're getting too big for that because she thinks she can get up there, and I'm like, you got to stop. So we've kind of put an end to that. But she's parkour. Like every time she does it, I go parkour because she looks like she's like jumping from couch to couch.
She had a ball with the chickens.
Oh,
so we got chickens and turkeys and I got it's a wildlife factory at my house. Yeah. And she had a ball with the chickens, man. She went on point one time, which was really cool. She walked out and she caught it and she kind of backed up and she stuck her nose down. Front paw came up. I'm like, oh damn, look at that. She's on point. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
And then at puppy stage, like it was like that little bit of a standoff, and then she was like, shiny object. Where are we going? Enough of that one. Go on, move on to something else.
Yeah.
So, and what she couldn't figure out is why we got a big Tom turkey right now. His name's Mav, and Mav kept flying to her, and she could not figure that out to save. I mean, and Mav's right now he
stands tall.
Oh, he's probably 25 pounds right now, and he would literally fly from like 20, 30 yards away, and he would fly at her and land. And she was kind of like freaked out at first, like, what the hell is this all about? And then next thing you know, 10 minutes later, I turn around and Mav's walking there feeding, and she's just walking next to him. Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. They had a blast though, and it was funny to watch them, man. Annie saw Kenai and took off, and they ran in the yard at 100 miles per hour. She was at 100 miles per hour. He was at 50 because he's big, and she would bounce, hit him, boom, and just roll off of him. Like it was just fun to see the two of them. But yeah, she slept for seriously 10 hours straight. Like it was like going to get your kid after visiting like an uncle. Yeah, and you're like, oh my god, and they must have played hard, and then they just slept. I mean, it was like she literally was out. I'm like, God, they must have been crazy together. So
Blues life. 10. He's 10 today.
10 today.
10 years old.
That would be wild.
10 today.
Imagine if Zelda had that litter today.
Yep.
That'd be kind of nuts.
Yeah. Had him I haven't had him for 10 years, but today's his birthday. That's crazy. We've got a special little cheeseburger we give him every birthday. Hammers. He doesn't even chew it, just like a lab does. Just breathes it in, and he's like,
gone.
What was that?
Yep. Give me another one. That's what they want. They say the best.
They want to eat so fast so they can eat more.
Yeah, the best way to a lab's heart is right through his stomach.
Yep.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah, he's 10. So
that for me, that's like I'm at that. Like I'm anticipating. I checked in with Cindy this morning. I'm like, how's Zelda? Where are we at? Like, what's she up to? So trying to get the update. I haven't heard back from her.
They did the vet did a scan and he said what, 5 potentially, but like you were saying, they never know.
He said 5 the last 3 litters. The first one was 10. The next one was 8. Yeah. So it's so hard to tell when they're stacked on top of each other and stuff like that in there. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
But
that'd be cool. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, today could be a cool day.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty amazing, man. It's fun to have. So
I so badly want to take Kenai on dropped with us. Like, I want to take him out there so bad. We'd have to ditch 110 pounds of gear to get him out there.
Oh God, we just won't take one couple cameras.
Yeah. I mean, I want to take him out there. He would be so awesome to have with us.
That would be cool.
He would be.
We've talked about that before with the dogs
be
because
so
it would be so amazing to just have that, because they're on alert all the time. That nothing's coming to camp without them hearing it first, and it would be amazing to have the dogs with us out there. But yeah, there would also be a giant cluster.
The first time I ever did the Yukon, way back when I was still guiding, I went up there and went with Mac Watson, and Mac had two blue heelers.
Yeah,
and they were out there with us at all times, and we were under stars, like we were starlighting it at night, and it was comforting knowing that those dogs were there.
Oh yeah,
because
sure.
I mean, you'd be laying there and you're sleeping, but you're not.
Yeah,
and you just hear brrr,
yeah,
and you're like, uh-oh. And then bark, and you're like, uh-oh. And sure enough, like the one time he did it, we had a cow moose that came through, and he knew that cow was coming, and so it's kind of cool to have them out there.
Yeah, that
would be cool.
Yeah,
we looked into that one year with those dogs. Remember those like German Shepherd dogs we were looking
Malinois.
into? Yeah, those Malinois. Yeah. We were gonna have. We were talking about getting 2 of them until we figured out the price, and it was like $100,000. One was $80,000. It was unbelievable.
Talk
the price.
About climbing.
But when I talked to the lady, she was like, they're so protective and they're so unbelievable. She's like, we train them. 80,000 is they can kill 2 people. And it's like 100,000 they can kill 5 people. Yeah. And you're like, how is that? Like they can attack like certain number of people and how they address it and everything else.
Every 10,000 gets you another human.
And I fell in love with them because at the time Kylie was little, and these dogs, they train them so that like you could leave them at the park with your kid.
Malinois.
Yeah, Malinois. It's like
OIS, I think.
Yeah. OINS. But yeah, you could train them so that you could like have your kid say the command, leave her at the park and walk away. And if somebody approached your kid, like the dog would just sit and watch your kid. And if somebody approached him, like boom, like they had to do certain things. It was incredible what they did.
They had a demo that one year at Shot. I think it was Shot.
Right there in the, it's right there.
Those ones.
They had a demo one, I think it was SHOT Show. Or maybe it was SCI.
It was Salvin, I think. Salvin, look up Salvin, SLAVVIN.
They
dogs.
Did like
training dogs.
They did like an agility. Yeah. They did like an agility demonstration, and that dog, I watched that dog get on top of like a standard backyard fence.
$150,000 dog.
Standard backyard fence. That dog got up and ran full bore all the way across the top of that fence. Yeah, the headline says, the $150,000 dog, meet the Svalin, the gentle beast who can rip out an attacker's throat.
Swear to God, the lady's like, do you want him to kill 2 people or 3? I'm like, what are we talking about here?
But in that demo, so that dog went full bore across the top of that fence. But in the demo, the guy was talking about it, and the part that blew my mind is he said that these dogs 100% can understand and percept intent.
Yes, intent.
So they can look at someone and know whether or not just by looking at them if they have ill intent or if they're okay.
That's crazy.
Like that is just talk about smart.
The Parawash flies back to decision making. Elite train, defend your family in a split second. Yeah.
I feel like we have a gentle Navy SEAL in our house.
I was so into this. I was crazy. All in on this until the lady told me they were $150,000, and I was like, "Yep, we're good. Keep your dog. Thanks for coming."
Look, there's a line. Sorry, I thought you said 150,000. She says, "I did."
Yes.
See
this might be about me.
Was this your phone call?
This might be my call recorded right here.
Only sells 20 a year. Oh, that's not bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. And everything that they train them is in a different language. All the commands are in a different language, so that nobody by accident does something in English. Everything is done in German, I think, is what they do. So all the commands are done in German, so that someone doesn't say the wrong word and off goes your jugular.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they're pretty amazing, man. These dogs are incredible. But that's when I was trying to figure out if we could get 2 of those dogs and do drop with these dogs back. This is like 2011.
Well, you wouldn't need to bring any weapons.
Just sick them. Go get that moose for me. I'm tired.
Heinz gets velvet. Go get him.
But that's a dog that I would have goggles for. I'd have like the full outfit. Like, I mean, they'd look like a Navy SEAL.
Fortnite. What are those? The little ones that follow kids in Fortnite.
Yes, that's what
my kids build them all the time. They're like, look at this.
I'm like, oh yeah, that would be amazing. Instead, I got a acrobatic ninja parkouring across my couch. So,
man, dogs are great.
Yeah,
I've always been extremely interested in breeding and developing out like kind of my own line, and that's what I'm really excited to get into. Man. And I'm starting from
the best
Cindy's line, which is the best of the best for what I'm looking to do. You know, for the dog that I'm looking to kind of build, it doesn't get any better. So
that's exciting stuff.
Yep, dogs are fun, man.
All right, fellas. Well, we're tired. What do you think? Wrap it up.
Yeah,
a little quick convo this week.
Bad. Yep.
Yeah, appreciate you guys sticking around. We'll give you a quick update. We'll be on par again next week. This will be out, Friday? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be out Friday.
So then we got a bunch of stuff coming up. New partner announcements next week. We're going to go through some really cool stuff with you guys, so make sure you join in for that one. Mm-hmm. Check out No Man's Land, brought to you by Winchester Ammo and Guns. That's out on YouTube right now and doing well. We've got another film coming up. Yep. The community is starting to fire up. We're starting to put a bunch of stuff in the community on the app as getting ready for drop. There's going to be a lot of like packing gear footage, stuff like that, so stick around with us there. What else you guys
Check out Instinct Ridge Hunter. It's live.
Yes.
Yeah, the Ridge Hunter's live.
They're releasing new pieces every day, kind of.
So get it while it's there.
Yep.
Yep. And if you're tired, have yourself an Alp.
There you go.
Wilder Minds, presented by Alp. That's a wrap.
Mama say it's a new day song.